and say good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Phase 3 Phonics session. We're going to be continuing our sound that we've been learning this week, and there's a bit of a difference to today's sound. We've been doing lots of digraphs, and today's is going to look a little different. Excuse me one moment, I just want to check that, yes, everything is saying it's okay, so that's perfect. I just wanted to make sure our stream is still working, because yesterday didn't quite go to plan. First, we were late. My computer did not want to work. And then when I did get it working, it continued to not work the way it should do. So, yesterday afternoon, I spent lots and lots of time sorting out the computer, making sure my internet is playing nicely, so it should be fine today. Excuse me. You desperately want to come and join the boys and girls this morning, because I'm just getting constantly being pulled at by my dog, Frank. You going to say good morning, Frank? Say hello to everyone. Look, the camera's there. Hello, everyone. Goodbye, Frank. If you go to sleep, you can stay with me, but no woofing. There's nothing there for you. Anyway, sorry about this, boys and girls. Frank does like to get involved in lots of the lessons, and I'm also aware that Madison is just finishing off her lesson at this point in time. So we will make a start. We'll do our game and activity to begin with, and we'll go through a few things, but we won't start the lesson until Madison has finished hers, just in case anybody wants to jump across. So we'll make ourselves smaller, Frank. There we go. Nice big yawn, Frank. That's the spirit. Right. So, first thing I want to show you is our YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it already, we're uploading lots of past broadcasts. However, moving forward, we're not going to upload every single live lesson that we do. We're going to focus mainly on the phonics. Madison's phonics in the morning is going to be under this playlist here, and mine is going to be under this playlist here. And as you can see on the thumbnails, we've both got very different colours. And Madison has got her puppet Felix, and I've got my little doggo Frank just there. So you'll be able to find all the content here. If you haven't had this chance to look at this already, if you click subscribe and the notification bell, it will let you know every time a new video has been uploaded. This is today's lesson pack. You don't need the lesson pack to participate in today's session because I share my screen with you to see the work, but it is useful to use afterwards if you'd like to go over anything, or if you'd like to follow your version of it as I'm talking through it at the same time, and there are lots of follow-up activities that you could choose to use if you wish. Now, this was our Phonics Twinkl Go, game that we were going to play yesterday until my computer went, no, not going to work. So before we get started in the game, because I forget to do this a few times, I'll check my phone one more time. Madison, I think, is still live at the moment, so we'll make sure we take our time on this. Is I need to disappear. So 3, 2, 1, I've got. Ta-da! Magic trick. And we'll go full screen. Now today's word search is a little bit different to the one we were doing last week. Because word search this week are full of tricky words. Now, what we were doing is we were looking for words before that you could decode into their individual sounds to then code them together and blend them together, and read what the word was. However, with our tricky words, we can't do this. We've just got to look at them and remember what they are. Someone made a very good point the other day. They said, well, some of these might not be a tricky word. If you learn that these two letters can make an sound later on, it might not be a tricky word. They're absolutely correct. But at this point, as we haven't gone through some of the sounds, some words will remain tricky words throughout all of our phonics, but some will learn how to decode them properly, so they'll no longer be a tricky word. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you to find the first 3 words. You're going to find this word, and this word. You have a go at finding these in the word search, please. I'm going to give you about 20 seconds or so to find them. See if you can read them as well, and then I'm going to find them as well. So, off we go, everyone, in 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds. Ten more seconds, everybody. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we've managed to find them. So this was our first word. So I first of all looked for the initial letter. So I'm not trying to sound it out. I know it's an S, a H, and a letter E. And that word is the word she. The next one is the letters W and E, and it's here. And that is, of course, the word we. Of course it is. And the last one I asked you to look for was the letters M and E, and that, of course, is the word me. What we'll do now, before we start the lesson, we're going to do 3 more. I'd like you to do the next 3. This word here, and this word here. We won't have time to do all of them, but you can always have a go at doing these activities later after you've followed the link. So, off you go. 3, 2, 1. Find those words, please. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, everyone. So let's do the first one, because I found them already and now I can't remember where they are. Let's do this word first. The first letter is the letter W. I found it again. And then it had an A and the letter S. And this, of course, is the word was. Was. Next. These 2 letters, the letters B and E. B, E. This is the tricky word be. Be. The last one we'll do together, these 2 letters, M and Y. Now, where did I see them? I think I spotted one here. Here we go. M and Y. The word is my. You could have a go at doing the rest of these a little bit later. And if you wanted more or even trickier sort of activities, you could move on to phase 4 and look for different activities in Twinkl Go. Here's another idea of an interactive word search. Or if you just wanted to go back to looking for phase 3 words, you can just type in phase 3 and look for the activities. And there are actually some videos to go through some of the sounds and modelling how to say them if you're unsure. So, time to bring me back. And we're back. Hi. Let's start our lesson now, everybody. Here we go. Today's story. So today's story is called Medieval Day. Ooh, this one looks interesting today. First of all, of course, we need to just refresh our memories and make sure that we can remember the phase 3 sounds we've been going through. So we're going to click play in a moment and we're going to go through the phase 3 sounds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Wa. Qua. Ya. E. Z. J. Sh. Fa. X. A. Well done to you if you've got all of those correct. Now, we're going to go through our tricky words, and as I've done recently, I want you to have a go on your own first of all. We've already had a bit of practice with our word search, so you should be pretty good at these already. So on the count of 3, a 1, a 2, and 3, on your own, please. Or do you want to have a go at this one then, Frank? Let's go through these tricky words on here. Are you ready? We've got he, we've got we, we've got be, we've got was, we've got she, and me. There you go, Frank. You want to read all those words as well? Go back to sleep now if you want. Well done to you at home if you managed to get all those correct. So this week, we are learning to spell the tricky words no and go. We haven't had a go at this before, I don't believe, but if you've got some paper, maybe a pencil, you can have a go at writing these words. We're going to look at them, and then I'm going to rub them out, and then I want you to have a go at writing them as you remember how they looked. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'll press the play button in a moment, and a word's going to appear. And then I want you to take a picture in your head. Remember what that picture looks like. Then I'm going to get rid of the word, and I want you to write it down on your piece of paper. If you haven't got pens and paper at home, or nothing to hand, don't panic. Just remember the letters, and then maybe you can say them back to each other to remind yourself how to spell the tricky words. Okay? So I'll give everyone a few more seconds if they're wishing to get pens and paper, or anything of that sort of nature together, and then we'll have a go at this activity. Let you have a go, Frank. I don't think you've got any funds to hold a pencil. No, just pause. Never mind. Maybe another time. Okay, everybody? We're going to make a start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you want to be looking at the whiteboard on the screen. I'm going to press this button in a few moments and a word's going to appear. I'm going to keep it up there for 3 seconds while you take a picture, and then I'm going to make it disappear. Okay? So in 3, 2, 1, here it is. 3, 2, 1, it's gone. Now have a go at writing that word that was on the screen. If you didn't get a chance to read it, it was the word no. What letters are in the word no? We're not doing sound, just the letters. Give you a clue, there's only 2 of them. Good work. Now, we're going to do the next word now, so we've got 2 that we're going to be practicing. So I'm going to press play again, and I want you to take a picture of the word. Okay, everybody? 3, 2, 1. Take a picture of the word. 3, 2, 1. It's gone again. Have a go at writing that word, please. If you missed it, it was the word go. Go. The clue once again, it only has 2 letters. Only 2 letters, and we're not using sounds because they're tricky words. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check our answers. So the word no was the letters N and O. So well done to you if you got that right. And for the word go, it was letters G and O for go. Well done to you if you got those right as well. It's a good activity to play, mums and dads, at home if you want to practice sight vocabulary, the tricky words that you could show them. Show them to the children. You have to take a picture, then cover them up, and they have to try and write them from memory to help them memorise what the letters in what order they appear. Let me see if it's going to let me continue. There we go. Right, time to start our story. So, we know what to do, everybody. If you're new, it's now time to have a go at reading the sentences on screen. Have a go on your own. If you can, try as many words as you can. Mums and dads are more than welcome to help. Keep a lookout for those tricky words, because I can see a few already. Off you go in 3, 2, 1. Few more moments, everybody. And everyone back together now, please, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done to you at home. This is the point now where I go through the sentences and we go through it all together. So, the sentences say, there was a medieval day event on the village green, so the family decided to go. Sounds exciting. People will be dressed up in clothes from the olden days. Ooh, that sounds very, very different. Once again, a few moments to have a go reading these sentences. 3, 2, 1. Off you go, everyone. few more moments, everybody. Five, four, three, two, one. Well done, everybody. Let's go through these sentences. So, Kit and Sam looked at all the stalls and the animals. Suddenly, Sam spotted a knight on a horse. Look at her, she cried, running over. Oh, a knight, yes, I hadn't spotted that. Again, a little bit more time, let's continue reading. 3, 2, 1, off you go, everybody. Few more moments, everybody. And everyone back together now, please, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go through the sentences. The knight got down from her horse. Would you like to be a knight too? She asked Sam. Here, hold my shield. It felt heavy as Sam put it on her arm. Oh yes, look at Sam holding the knight's shield.
I.
Now, this is today's sound, everyone. I told you it was a little bit different. This week we have been looking at digraphs, and we've been looking at 2 letters that make one sound. But how many letters are here? 1, 2, 3. We've mentioned them in passing a few times, but these are called trigraphs. Trigraphs are 3 letters now that make only one sound. And this trigraph makes the sound I. Can you say that? 3, 2, 1. I. I. I is our first trigraph that we've been working through together. There are more in our Phase 3 sounds, and we see them later on throughout our phonics learning as well. So the word I, the sound I. The sound I usually is in the middle or the end of a word. That is where we're going to need to be listening carefully for it. You just need to remember when those 3 letters are all together, one next to the other, that it makes the sound I. So the action for this one is going to be somewhat difficult because I've got a dog on my arm at the moment. Is you hold your arm up like you've got a shield. You can be my shield, Frank. And then you pat your arm with the other, so I'll pat my dog, Frank. And we say, I. Yes, Frank. I. Sorry, you're about to sleep now. Have a go, boys and girls. I. So, hopefully you've already got pens and paper ready if you're going to still be using pens and paper. However, if you want to use your magic fingers, this is the time to start getting them warmed up, please. You want to give them a wiggle? You want to give them a wave? And after the count of 3, oh dear, it's gone everywhere today, sorry, Frank. Magic fingers at the ready. We're going to be starting, as we often do, at the top of the letters. As we say, sometimes we start in the middle. We never start from the bottom. So we're starting from the top of the letter I, and we're going to go down the insect's body, onto its tail, and then dot the head. Are you ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So down the insect's body, around the tail, and dot the head. Around Gabby's head, we'll wrap her scarf, and then for the H to the top, down the chimney to the floor, up and over the new front door. Well done to you, you've kept up with that. If you're finding this easy peasy, this is a point where you could have a go at continuing to write the sound I, but you could have a think of words with the I sound in and have a go at writing them. But for everyone else, we're going to continue having another go of writing the sound I. So we're going to start from the beginning. In 3, 2, 1. Down the insect's body and tail, and up the head, round Gabby's head, up to the top, and wrap her in a scarf. And then for the house, down the chimney, to the floor, up and over the new front door for the letter H. Well done to you at home. Just give them a few more seconds in case they're just finishing off. Let's continue, everyone. Oh, I had to practice this again this morning, boys and girls, with my beautiful singing voice. I'm going to have to start going through all my videos and putting all my songs together so we can have a beautiful, beautiful CD with all my singing on. I bet everyone would love to buy that. So, it's to the tune of the Grand Old Duke of York. So it was, oh, the brave knight on a horse has helping hands to lend. She rides on by with an eye and an eye to look after all her friends. See, I'm a natural. What I did earlier this morning when I'd just woken up, I'd gargled my morning mouthwash to get ready for singing, and I recorded it for you all now. So you can have a go at joining in if you'd like to join in with the words, but I'm going to play my recording for you now. Ready, everyone? In 3, 2, 1, off we go.
Oh, the brave knight on a horse has helping hands to lend. She rides on by with an eye and an eye to look after all her friends.
What do you think, boys and girls? I have to say, I think I'm doing rather well with my singing nowadays. A little bit better than a couple of weeks ago, strangely enough. Let's move on. Starts to play it again then. So, Keith and Sam found a store where they can make their own shields. Can you help them put the right parts together to make the word to match the picture? Let's have a look at the first one, because I had to have a bit of a look at it myself this morning. So up here, this is the crest for the shield that will go on the shield. And this is a picture of something. I'm going to give you a clue, because the letters around the edge, we don't need all of them, we just need to choose certain ones. This is a picture of the opposite of day. It is supposed to show the picture of night. What letter sounds do we need for the word night? Listen carefully. See if you can break that word up into its sounds and hear each sound individually. Night. Night. Well done to you at home if you've managed this. I'm going to show you the answer now because we're going to see all these pictures coming together now. In 3, 2, 1. Here we are. This is the word night. It starts with the sound N-I-T. Night. Well done to you at home if you got that correct. Let's move on to the next one. So, this one is the opposite of dark. It is the word light. Listen to it and see if you can break that word up. You're going to decode it to listen for each individual sound. So you're listening for the sounds in the word light. Light. A few moments and then we'll show you the word. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go through the answer then, everyone. So here is the word light. It's got the sound L-I-T. Light. Well done to you at home if you got that correct. Let's go for the next one. See, I had to have a look at this one and think, well, what is that? And I said, well, it's a chair. But it's a certain type of chair. It's called a high chair. So the word we're looking for is the word high. Have a go at sound, decoding that word into its sound. The word high. A few more moments. High. And of course, the answer is I. High. Well done to you at home if you got that correct. This one is the opposite of turning left. Instead of turning left, we're going to turn Right. Have a go at decoding the word right. Which letter sounds do you need from outside the shield? Right. Let's go through the word together then, everyone. Oops, sorry. Pressed the wrong button. Here we go, that's better. Here it is. This is the word right. 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 Well done to you home if you got that correct. Oh dear, I didn't like this picture, but we'll talk about it anyway. These two girls are having oh dear, they're having a fight. We're going to have a go at finding the letter sounds for the word fight. Can you decode that word? Five, four, three, two, one. Here is the word, and the sounds are fight. Well done to you at home if you got that correct. This one, I'm sure girls may have worn them before. Maybe some of the boys at home have worn them before. There's nothing wrong with that. It's up to them. But this is a picture of some tights. Tights. Can you use the sounds on around the edge of the shield to make the word tights? Five, four, three, two, one. Let's look at the answer, everybody. Oh! Well, I'm going to put this on the end anyway because I wanted to make it tights, so we're going to do that now. But if you did tight, we can do that. T-I-T. And there'll be a S here at the end. T-I-T-S. Tights. Obviously this word says tight, but I want to call them tights, so I'm going to add a S on the end here that you can't quite see. Right, let's finish our story. Let's find out how the story ends. Off you go, boys and girls. In 3, 2, 1, have a go at reading the sentences. Few more moments, everybody. And everyone back together now, please. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go through the sentence. As Kit and Sam were finishing their shields, the knight came over and handed them both a plastic sword. Come with me, she said. Now, what does the knight need Kit and Sam for? We're going to look at the next picture and we're going to think of a caption or even write a sentence to match the picture. So here is the picture. Now, in this, you cannot be wrong. If you can think of a sentence or even write a sentence that matches and goes with this picture and it makes sense, you can't be wrong. Have a go at thinking of your sentence. If you think of a really good one and mums and dads want to comment on the live stream, I'd love to read back and read through your suggestions. We also have my friend Zoe keeping an eye on the chat, and I'm sure she'd like to receive some of your lovely sentences. So just a few moments now, have a think of what sentence you could put to go with this picture. And everyone back together now, please, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I bet you've had some fantastic ideas. I'm just going to share with you the one that we've got on our screen here today. Now, this one is usually consisting of words and sounds and tricky words that we've already covered to make sure every part of it we're able to read. But I'm sure some of your sentences are even better than the one we've got here. But let's have a go at reading this sentence. So it's a tricky word to begin with. It's the word go and fight. Fight the bad king. Go and fight the bad king. Ooh. I'm not sure if anybody else would have got that one, but not to worry. I bet your sentences might be even better than that. Now, I've just realised how long our lesson's going on for, so I'm going to have a go at reading this sentence together to finish off our story, everybody. So let's go through it now. Okay, I give up, cried the king, as they all fell on the grass laughing. Kit and Sam, you are great knights. I promise to be good while you are here. Sounds like they've had a brilliant time at the medieval fair. So today we have learnt the sound I. So, that is the end of today's phonics session. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We've got one more phonics lesson left this week. It's going to be tomorrow morning at the same time at 10 o'clock. And then we're going to move on to next week, going back to doing 5 lessons in the week. We don't, as part of the lesson pack that we are working through this week, we do have 5 lessons in there, but we're not doing the 5th one simply because we only had 4 days to work with. The last session of each lesson pack during the week is a recap of all the sounds you have learned so far. So even though I'm not going to do it on a live stream for you, you are more than welcome to download the pack and do the last session yourselves with your children if you should wish to. It's got another story recapping all the sounds we've done this week. So, thank you for joining in. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you tomorrow morning, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye, everyone.